But back to Barbie, I want to bring in another B word, Birkenstock. That's where we're going with that. Not so fast. So I know there was a moment in the film, so spoiler alert for some who haven't seen it, where Barbie steps out of the heels and into Birks. So Birkenstock is on our radar today, and that is because the owner of Birkenstock planning an IPO, reportedly. This we first saw in a Bloomberg article. The valuation expected to be around $8 billion. So Birkenstock's having a moment as well. Are you Birks fans?
Birkenstocks have been having a moment.
You're like, they're always
I've been wearing Birkenstocks for like 15 years. I love Birkenstocks. They're so comfy. They're so comfy. I feel like in the beginning, they were the level of comfort shoe that people didn't like the way they looked. Got a lot of comments back in middle school when I was wearing my Birkenstocks.
Well, you're too young. When I was in middle school, Birkenstocks were cool.
They were cool then?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were like retro by the time I was in middle school?
Yes, exactly.
I think it's interesting when you think about Birkenstocks, though, and we're joking about the look of that two-strap sandal. They've obviously come out with some other ones. They have different styles now, but sort of what's the next style? Like if you're going to
IPO, no next style.
If you're going to IPO, right, you have to get bigger at some point and sort of introduce new products. I personally love the way the bottom of that shoe fits. They could put that in anything. They put that in a normal shoe, right? The way it fits.
True.
Yeah.
I was going to say, they actually do plan to go public, and we do eventually see an IPO when it comes to Birkenstock. Obviously, they would be doing that to raise more money, you would think, to expand their business. What exactly they are going to venture into, I'm not so sure. But this environment, it kind of begs a bigger question about the IPO market right now, where we are. Yes, we have seen a few individual stories. When you take a look at Kava, there was so much excitement about that after we saw the success of their IPO. The rest of them, though, it's kind of been so-so. So whether or not a company like Birkenstock would test the water at this point, at least with the economy where we are right now, the Fed's still in this height-raking cycle, at least it seems like for right now, whether or not they are going to think that today or the next couple of months is the right time to jump in. Yeah. I've got questions about that.
Yeah. I mean, look, the IPO market is starting to warm back up. Maybe it's not hot as it was, but, you know, we've seen the waters get tested, and we're not just talking about Kava. We've seen some other smaller IPOs. So this is certainly an opportunity for them. And I, for one, was never a Birks person, but I actually almost on this recent vacation I was on, I almost bought some because they're comfortable.
Well, it'd be interesting, too, to see what their strategy would fully be in expansion as far as do you focus more on D2C? Are you opening retail stores? Because we've seen some of these shoe companies.
Like Allbirds.
Allbirds. And Crocs, what they've tried to do with Hey Dude, right? And that's a big D2C part of their business. Like, is that where you go with it? Do you go more wholesale as you expand? Where's actually the growth strategy and where things go, I think would be kind of fascinating to watch.
Yeah, and the PE firm that owns Birkenstock right now is backed by LVMH. So certainly you think that they know what they're doing.